being here is great. Chappaqua Library is like a jewel of the Westchester library system, and it's really great to be here. I mean, what a great thing you put together here with Pam Thornton and Joan. This is like the Madison Square Garden of libraries here in Westchester, and I'd be remiss if I just didn't. I'm looking around and I'm in awe of some of the people in the audience. I just want to kind of recognize some of you, and I apologize if I don't get to you all, but listening to me speak, there's a gentleman here who's a well-known trainer and manager and great guy. His name is Kid Sharkey. Kid Sharkey's right here with a hat, and he is known as Carl the Truth Williams trainer, just one of many who fought for the heavyweight championship of the world. And Sharkey's known throughout the region, throughout the nation, as a really fine gentleman in the world of boxing. And that's great to see you, Sharkey. There's a young man who's sitting here tonight, and he just got back from Iraq. He's a captain, a real distinguished individual. He was a student of mine. He did distinguish himself in my classroom, but he did distinguish himself in Iraq, in the Marines. His name is Greg Lobato. Where's Greg? Greg is very pleased. He told me now is the first time he can wear hair. It's the first time he's had hair. You have a gentleman here. Well, let me just say it this way. I would like everybody right now to think of a famous person. Go ahead, just think of a famous person, say in film. Okay, and if you're having a hard time, think of a famous person in sports. Okay, you got it? Okay, well, this person who's sitting with you today has probably had broken bread with that person. I've been to this. His name is Richard Ellis, and Richard Ellis is a collector of memorabilia in Mount Kisco, and he's showing me photographs of, where's Richard? He's not here? Okay. And this young man has so much sports memorabilia at his fingertips. It is mind-boggling. And I'm looking at, and he's not showing off. He's showing me a picture with Elizabeth Taylor, and the names escape me right now. Everybody. It is very fascinating. And then when he tells me about that, he tells me about his feats with swimming, and he's a nationally recognized swimmer in his age category. So I'm very happy to see you here. Thank you. It doesn't end there. There's a guy here, the strangest guy you'd ever want to meet. His name is Michael Gwynn. Where's Michael? Michael is well known in Hollywood as an actor, character actor, and he's a DJ in I believe it was in Detroit. And you've heard his name, you've heard his voice, I'm sure, countless times as voiceovers in commercials and things along that line. Also tonight we have two great, wonderful musicians. His name is Skip Weinstock, who will be playing something here, and Dennis Polonco, who has a wonderful, wonderful voice. And that's going to be later on. So thanks for coming on this tough Thursday evening. It's cold out. And I just want to say, it's kind of funny, the words Peter Wood and microphone should not even be in the same sentence. If you know me, what got me fighting boxing in the first place is what got me writing. And that was that my inability to speak. And then it's so ironic that I'm standing before you in front of a microphone. I can't figure it out, and I gotta figure it out someday. What it is about the verbal thing that I find so terrifying. It's like I ideas are golden, but my tongue is tin. It can only begin. And I think a lot of us feel that way, perhaps. I'll figure it out someday. Who am I? I'm a former boxer, and I fought in Madison Square Garden 4 times. And I reached the finals of the Golden Globes middleweight division in 1971. That was before Headgear, and very proud of that, fighting in Madison Square Garden and reaching the finals. And I'm also proud that I was asked to represent America in the Maccabean Games, which is the Jewish Olympics in Tel Aviv. And I'm equally proud of being selected to a New York City boxing team that went up to Montreal to box the hard guys up there. And my record was 34-1, one loss with 20 knockouts. I'm a writer, and I think this is why I'm here now. And I have like 3 books. I say like 3 because my first one has been repackaged. My first one was called Confessions of a Fighter, which was repackaged. It initially was To Swallow a Toad, and the last one was Confessions of a Fighter, Clenched Fist The Makings of a Golden Globe Champion. What is boxing? Some people think boxing is just a game, and they're wrong. Boxing is about reaching deep inside yourself and beating the opponent that can't be beat, and winning the fight that can't be won. Boxing is about the soul. Boxing is about bad lefts, and bad rights, and bad breaks, and bad decisions. It's about getting hit and being knocked down. But boxing is about overcoming all of those bad things. Boxing is about a shy, unconfident young man, young boy, who's willing to step into the ring to discover his confidence. And it's about it's about a confident young boy who's willing to step into the ring to discover his strength. And boxing is about a confident, strong young man who's willing to step into the ring to discover who he really is. And that's boxing. And of course, everything I just said, all those words relates to girls and young women. Because they're boxing too in this era, but more importantly, those words relate to you whether you're a fighter or not, because you are a fighter in your own way. I think we all are standing in our own rings at some point in our life. Maybe we want to be the best singer, or the best swimmer, or the best mathematician, or the best cook, or whatever it might be, the best anything. And you have a quest, you have a dream, you have that desire, and you're standing in that ring, and you're punching to attain that. You are a fighter, and I see that fighter within you, and I hope that you do too, and I honor that fighter within you. What got me boxing? Well, essentially 2 things. My father and my stepfather. I'm blessed to have 2 fathers. Although I don't know if blessed is the right word. Let's go with my stepfather first. My stepdad, he had a tongue like a knife. Actually, he had a tongue like a boxing glove. And he was pretty good at it. He was an attorney. And we were all his sparring partners. And he brought me to a boxing match once. I'm 8 years old. And little Mr. Wood, little Pete Wood is there, and he has some pull. So we get front row. We're in a place called Lodi, New Jersey. I don't know if anybody knows Lodi, New Jersey. I'm 8 years old. I'm looking up at the lights. I'm looking at the fighters. Everything's dark in the spotlights. What I see up there is 2 guys battling each other. It's bloody.